Hello, my name is Mandy Williams, and I will describe for you the first time I went to Tybee Island. Every year, Jeffrey and I take a family vacation to Tybee Island. I remember the first trip that we ever made there. It began as a 3-hour drive from Augusta. Before we arrived to the island, we rolled the windows down to smell the salty air. Our first thought was the Welcome to Tybee sign, since this was my first ever trip. The ground was so soggy that my flip-flops sunk in the mud. After washing my shoes off, we then went to the beach. The white sand was so hot beneath my feet that I darted for the cool ocean. As I was standing in the water, I noticed a dolphin swimming by and was informed by one of the locals that the big cargo ships leaving the Savannah port dispersed the dolphins closer to the island. After playing in the water for several hours, we walked up to the pier, which seemed to go on to the middle of the ocean. There were a lot of people fishing and birds squawking for the day's catch. One of the fishermen pulled in a 2-foot shark and let everyone see it before tossing it back into the ocean. Jeffrey and I then began our walk around the local shops and stopped at Christie's department store to admire their selection of local beach favorites. We then walked over to one of the local seafood restaurants to watch the sun disappear into the swampland. We then ended our night walking on the beach, watching the waves swallow up the fiddler crabs and the sea turtles. The next day began as an early one. We went on a kayaking tour to Little Tybee Island, which is an uninhabited island off the coast of Big Tybee. The tour started out as a struggle for me due to my having difficulty navigating the direction of the long kayak. By the time I had gotten the paddling down, it was time to return to shore. Once we were back to the island, we retrieved our bikes to ride around the island and sightsee for the day. We decided to take a lunch break at the beach, where we enjoyed flying kites in the crisp summer breeze and warm Georgia sun. As we were packing up to make the long trip back home, I knew a part of me would stay with Tybee forever.